Hi, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Mackenzie.
This is geekeryTV.
And this is our first video of Redbox Roulette.
Now, technically, this is a video that we found on HBO On Demand.
But you can find it in your Redboxes.
The movie is called Would You Rather.
It came out in 2013.
It stars Brittany Snow.
And June Squibb, who, we all know, was a Golden Globe nominee.
For Nebraska. But that movie is completely different. It also stars Jeffrey Combs, who was the reanimator. So, you know, it's a long horror line for him.
And, again, horror movie, which we love.
Now, Would You Rather is kind of a psychological thriller.
It's not really about the gore or the terror that really is there. It's more about what would you do if this was presented to you.
I mean, it's just like the game, which we've all played, Would You Rather.
Minus the heavy drinking.
And adding in a dash of self-mutilation.
Or mutilating others.
And death.
Lots of death.
Mostly all death.
Kinda, yeah.
Everybody dies.
But one lives.
Just kidding. Not everybody dies. If it did, it would be a really short movie.
Like, right away.
It is a short movie. It's 100... No.
No.
It's 93 minutes. So you get an hour and a half of quick-paced torture.
And psychological terror, which is the worst kind, I believe, of horror.
Well, and when rich people are making you do things that you would normally never do.
For money.
Always money.
Always money.
You know... Everything is fast-paced. It's one evening, it takes place very quickly, and you kind of get to gauge everybody's character pretty quick, you know, assess them.
And why they're there, and that's the biggest part, is why everybody's there, because you have to be invited to the dinner, which, from the looks, takes place for about, like, 4 hours.
And it all ends, the movie culminates after dinner when they start to play Would You Rather. And, you know, as you know, you get option A or option B. Option A is not so bad typically, and then option B is a little worse. Well, what do you do when they're both shitty options?
And you really don't want to do either?
And you have no choice but to play because of a wonderful butler named Bevan.
Who won't let you leave or else you get shot.
He was part of MI5.
And he's British, which, again, who doesn't love British people?
I love the Brits.
He plays this weird role of, like, comic relief as well in this film. It's very subtle, it's very dry humor, as the British are, but it's funny. It's so funny.
He almost seems upset when he doesn't get to torture someone.
And you can see the regret for not torturing people on his face almost.
It's sadly endearing,
but still really creepy.
Yeah, he's still scary, even though he's about, you know, 5 foot tall.
Hey, 5 foot tall right here. I'm adorable and terrifying sometimes.
You're not that terrifying. You're like a tiny chihuahua. Grr. Like, I could step on you. But that doesn't matter. You know, Brittany Snow is the lead in the movie, and she's an executive producer.
Which, big kudos to her. It did great in the box office, apparently.
Probably in the foreign market, not so
in
much
ours.
in the U.S. market.
But it did great elsewhere. In Britain, particularly, it did amazing. But it's funny, and it's creepy funny.
Is it funny?
I find parts of it funny.
Some parts are amusing, not necessarily like
funny, ha funny.
It's more like, oh, I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah, lots of glad I'm not there.
It's kind of a fancier, more sophisticated Saw, except that these people aren't trying to turn their lives around because of any bad choices
or like
made.
Drug addiction, or,
you know, Brittany Snow's character, her parents they died in a car accident. Her brother needs a bone marrow transplant, and she is offered the opportunity to go to this dinner because of her doctor, who is a previous winner of
Would You Rather. And we learn throughout that, because there are side snips about the doctor, that he's totally against it now. Somehow he's learned that it wasn't a good idea for him to be there in the first place when he did it, and he doesn't like the fact that he put her there.
And he knows what the rules are, and he knows when you get eliminated from the game, you get eliminated. The game of life is over.
Done.
You're not coming back from that.
No restarts.
No.
No.
No, you can't push pause and
come back later. There was no, like, save spot.
Yeah.
You're done.
No save zone.
So it's... And there are some things that you don't think would be, like, torturous. Like the water.
Are you kidding? Drowning someone's not torture?
Well, okay. For clarification, they weren't drowning. They just had to be held there for a while. Like, you think, oh, water, it's going to be real simple. Like, do this or put my head underwater. But Bevins is holding you there, which is terrifying.
That's the scary part. I don't want anybody to think this is like a torture porn movie.
It's not. God, it's not.
So much smarter than that. It really is about getting inside your head and cracking the shell of Iris, who is played by Brittany Snow. You know, she has to kind of, by the end of the movie, she has to make some terrible decisions, and it's all about survival, not only for herself, but for her brother. If she wins, all their debt is wiped free. She can go back to college.
Which she left to come home to take care of her brother, and their house is foreclosed on, and there's a whole bunch culminating for her to attempt to win this game.
It's an extreme amount of responsibility for basically a 21-year-old.
Yeah, I think she's like 22.
She's old enough to drink.
That's all we know.
Yeah. You know, and she's got this 17-year-old brother who needs a bone marrow transplant. And if she wins, he gets the bone marrow transplant.
And they don't have to worry about it because this is the one thing that can save him. And she gets a call from the doctor and gets whisked away to this big house in the hills where everything goes to shit.
And it all really goes to shit pretty quickly.
Like right away? In the middle of dinner?
Yeah. In the middle of dinner, you know, she's a diehard vegetarian and is offered 10 G's to eat a steak.
A piece of steak.
She had to eat the whole thing.
Oh, we only see her take a bite, though.
Right. She had to eat the whole thing. He references it later.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
When the guy that's sober for 15 years gets paid 5 G's to drink a decanter of $50,000 to drink a decanter of scotch.
That, or he could have gotten 10 by drinking a glass of wine. Recovering alcoholic, I'm going to drink the glass of wine, get to 10, and be done.
And you're not going to be drunk later for when the game starts.
But bad decisions happen throughout the film.
And people try to rescue each other, which those that watch horror films know. Don't play the hero. You're gonna die.
Just do what you're told, shut up, and try and live. That's all you need to do.
Worry about you. Like,
yeah, nobody's friends.
Like, I love her, but we're in a horror movie.
I will throw you in front of a zombie.
And I'm totally okay with that. I will shoot her in the leg so she can't run after me.
I mean, we have an understanding.
Yeah.
Some people have a wipe your porn off your computer understanding. We have a, if there's a serial killer, bitch, you're going to die.
But I will sacrifice you and know that I will mourn you, but I'm going to live.
I mean, I'll be sad, but I'll be alive.
Right? And all these people that ask, is somebody there?
Like the killer's in the basement and is like, I'm just folding your socks, girl.
Just letting you know. It's cool. Your towels are clean. No. You're gonna die.
I don't know why I got super ghetto there. Evidently, my killers are ghetto. It's like, I got you, girl.
No offense to ghetto people.
Please. I used to live in Harlem.
She got her ghetto pass.
Deal with it.
No, it's a great film. It's psychological, and it makes you ask the question, what would you do in that situation? Which is any good film for me, is if it questions my sanity a little bit.
Well, and at the end, after making some life-altering decisions, Iris really comes out an ultimate survivor girl. You know, she is, to me, I've watched tons of these films. She is up there with Laurie Strode.
Oh.
You know, she's one of those girls who just, comes into her own and is like, I'm going to do anything to live, no matter what it takes.
And then she gets home.
And there's a twist.
Bad.
And there's a major twist, and you go, oh shit, why? And it's kind of painful.
But kind of amazing.
it's one of those movies where it doesn't stick with you, like it doesn't sit in your stomach and make you think about it for days. But it is one of those movies that while you're watching it, you think, okay, in this situation, what would I do?
Or I would have done that.
Or I wouldn't have done that.
Or why didn't they do this?
Or why didn't anybody just stab the old lady in the wheelchair faster?
Right? She gonna die anyway.
She was a pain in the ass from the get-go.
She was paralyzed. Just stab her.
Sorry, June Squibb.
Sorry, we love you.
You're fantastic, but you should have died sooner.
Right?
Just saying.
Kinda. But I would own this film.
I would own this film. Absolutely.
Like,
I watched it twice in 2 days.
2 days.
I watched it first, and then I was like, you have to watch this.
So we did. And took extensive notes, because
that's who we are.
We take notes.
We're note takers.
And list makers. And so...
And rump shakers.
What? But I would own this movie, and I would show anybody willing to watch a horror film about it.
It's like, in the grand scheme of horror films, it's probably like a PG-13 horror film.
Yeah, there's no sex in it. There's no
no sex?
No sex, no nudity.
No nudity.
Very
little blood, actually.
Almost no blood.
Surprisingly. It's a solid film. It should have gotten better press. I remember seeing commercials for it.
And going, we need to see this.
But then it only went to select theaters.
And, of course, our select theater in our podunk town was not chosen.
When you live in the middle of Ohio, you don't get to see everything.
No, we get select stuff that's like crazy big, but it's amazing. Go see it if you can. Go get it if you can.
HBO on demand. It's still there right now.
Still there. Redbox has it, like I said. Go and find it. It's amazing, and the cinematography in this thing is gorgeous.
It really is kind of, to me, it's kind of posed to be one of those cult classics.
Where you look back in 10 years and go, I'm so glad I saw that. Hey, honey, have you seen this?
You could totally make a drinking game of it, too.
So easy.
It would be excellent.
And funny.
And terrifying.
But it's only like an hour and a half.
Yeah, who doesn't have an hour and a half to spend watching people die?
Right.
I mean, if that's your thing, that's our thing. We like to watch people die. We like to giggle about it because we're sick and twisted, and that's really what our name should be, is the Sick and Twisted Sisters. But that's fine. That's us. We like to watch people in peril because we live a very safe, homogenized life.
We go to work, we come home.
We watch people die.
Routine.
That's it.
We live in a crazy small town.
We live in a bubble.
Of nothingness.
Of safety.
Of nothingness.
So it is easy for us to sit and go, oh, you should have ran, or you shouldn't have run,
or this is what I would have done. But to be honest, my ass would have never been in that situation.
You're a liar. You're greedy.
I am.
She's a capitalist.
But I'm really good at spending my money on other people.
That's true.
Like, I will make money, but I'm definitely going to spend it on somebody.
Overall, see it. Watch it. Let us know what you think.
Comment below. Subscribe down below. The button's like right here.
Yeah. Over there.
Right there.
The movie is Would You Rather? Right?
Brittany Snow.
It sounds so weird every time I say it.
I feel like we should be drinking when we say it.
It's good. It's smart. It's not overly advantageous. It's not like blood everywhere. Don't get me wrong.
We love those.
Films, but for this, it was very stylized and very artistic the way it was done, and I applaud the filmmakers because it took a big risk to make a movie like that.
And kudos to Brittany Snow, first executive producing.
Yeah, good job, girl.
Great job. Great cast, too, by the way. A whole bunch of little parts in it, but
a whole bunch of character actors. Like, you'll see someone and be like, oh, yeah,
I know them from that movie.
Guy. John Hurt is in it, too. He's fantastic. He's a great American actor.
Right.
Most people don't know who he is because he's one of those guys that you recognize, but when you see his name, you have no clue.
Idea. I had no idea when she said his name.
him.
We're the queens of in the middle of a film. We are IMDbing people.
We need to know what you were in.
And I need to know if I've seen it. Or if I need to see it. Or we tend to fight whether or not they've been in films we say they've been in.
Yeah, that's true. That happens.
It happens.
Anyway, watch it. I would own it.
I would own it.
There you go. That's all you need to know from us. So subscribe.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, comment if you've seen it.
Yeah, let us know what you thought, if you liked it, or if you liked our point of views on it, or
if you thought it was a steaming pile of shit.
We're okay with that.
Fine.
I'm gonna be like, okay, why do you think that though?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, like I need a little background on that.
But yeah, subscribe, let us know what's going on, and we'll catch you for the next